Hello and welcome to another video. I'm back today with a charity shop haul, which is like massively propped up by HMV because I only got like a few things from charity shops, but I thought, you know, since I got everything together, I'll just show it off together. A couple of these are from last week, but I didn't really have enough. If I only get like two things, I'm not going to make a video on it, so I've just included them in this one. So we'll start with the charity shop pickups I got last week. First one is The Birthing House by Christopher Ransom. Now this and the next book, I was like 50-50 on whether I had them. I was like, I couldn't remember whether I actually had these or not. And that 50-50 turned out to be accurate because I do actually already have that one, but I don't have the next one. So yeah, split 50-50 like exactly on that. But the one I already had is actually in slightly better condition than this one. So I mean, this is in good condition. It's just got like a few curls on the cover, but my other one is like more or less brand new. So yeah, I've not read anything by the author. I do have about 3 or 4 books by him, but something I'll get around to eventually. I do like a good haunted house thing. The next one from last week, and the last one from last week, is Dracula The Undead by Dacre Stoker and Ian Holt. The reason I thought I already had this because Dacre Stoker has written a sequel and a prequel to Dracula. He's like Dracula's grandson. Dracula's grandson. He's Bram Stoker's grandson or great grandson. I'm not entirely sure. But he's written like a prequel and a sequel. I already had the prequel, but this is a sequel. I wasn't aware they'd done both. I'm not going to read all these blurbs out. You can read them if you want, because I've got like quite a big pile here. So that was all the stuff that I picked up last week from charity shops. The next book I have here is The Haunted Vintage by Marjorie Bowen. This comes from British Library Tales of the Weird. This is a subscription that I have, where every month I get one of their new books. It's usually an anthology. It's a novel this time, and it always comes with like an art print and a bookmark as well. This is the November edition of this, and it's always they do like really good collections of like British authors, British horror stuff, and it's usually kind of like vintage stuff, and I'm really into that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've been subscribed to this for most of this year, I think, and yeah, always good stuff comes from these guys. And the next new book I have, I'm just putting like all of my recent hauls in this video. I figured I might as well, you know. So we have The Incubations by Ramsey Campbell, which is his new novel. As you can see right there, it is very weird that they would write the new novel on the front of a book, because next time like he publishes a novel, this one's not going to be the new one anymore. Weird to write. You'd expect it in marketing. You wouldn't expect it on the actual cover of a book. So this is a special Ramsey Campbell edition. So he has a few books like marking his 60 years in the industry. There's this and a collection of Lovecraft stories that he's edited, and I believe M.R. James Yeah, I think it's M.R. James. A collection of those short stories that he's edited, and they're all under this banner of like a special Ramsey Campbell edition. I think the design of these is kind of dull, honestly, but I am a big fan of Ramsey Campbell, so you know, I picked up this. I didn't pick up the 2 anthologies that he's edited because I have a complete collection of Lovecraft. I've got a complete collection of M.R. James, so there's nothing new in there for me. But this contains his new novel and a short story as well called Second Sight, which is actually quite old, that I already have in like other collections. But yeah, I thought I'd pick this one up, and with it being like 60 years in the industry for Ramsey Campbell, I might actually do a showcase video on all of my Ramsey Campbell books, because I do have quite a lot. But yeah, that is everything for last week that I picked up. So on to this week, I have 3 charity shop videos and 3 charity shop books, and the rest from HMV. So this one with a lovely cover is Bad Dreams by Kim Newman. So this is a first edition hardcover. A lot of the first edition hardcovers of this particular book, from what I can see, are signed, but this one sadly isn't. I do have a couple signed Kim Newman books actually, but not this particular one. There is your blurb there if you want to read this. So I've never heard of this book personally. He's quite famous for his Anno Dracula series, which I have like quite a few of those. Well, that's one of the ones I've got signed. But this particular one, never heard of. He is quite well known as kind of like a scholar of like horror history. He often shows up on documentaries and like extra features and stuff like that related to horror stuff, because you know he knows his stuff, so you'll often see him popping up there. And he's edited like a few anthologies as well, you know, quite well-known guy, who I actually thought was a woman for like the longest time, with the name Kim, but then I saw him, is like, no, clearly not. So next up, Richard Layman, Dreadful Tales. So this is a short story collection that I actually already have, but I only have it in like a paperback omnibus with like another book. So I thought, you know, I prefer stuff standalone rather than in an omnibus, so that's why I picked that up. Always nice to have like individual editions with cool covers like that, which is exactly the same deal for this next book. Sean Hudson, Victims. Again, cool cover. Again, one that I already have, but only in an omnibus, with another novel called Erebus, I believe. But this, like I said, prefer to have standalone stuff where possible. Do you want to focus? Come on, focus for me. It says no, but yeah, that is pretty cool cover. I like that a lot. So the next ones are just from HMV, not from Charity Shop or anything. HMV had a deal where they have 2 books for £7, so I picked up 4. So first off, we have 2 non-fiction books about the history of witchcraft and witches. This particular one Witchfinders by Malcolm Gaskill focuses on the British witch hunts, and Matthew Hopkins, who the Witchfinder General movie was based on. Good movie, by the way. That is based on the UK stuff, and then we have one based on the US stuff, which happened a little bit later. The Witches. Like I said, these are both non-fiction. They are like heavily detailed, like really well regarded among kind of like historians and stuff like that. So I am actually like really interested in getting into these. This particular one has like pictures as well in the middle, which I didn't realize until literally just now picking it up and going through it. But yeah, you have like pictures of all the people that we're talking about here. So yeah, it's something that I've always been like interested in, and now have two like pretty solid books on the subject. Last two are fiction. We have Rosen R Baby by Ira Levin. Obviously, most people have probably seen the film, made by a paedophile, but this is not made by a paedophile. This is the book, and yeah, I've actually wanted to read this for quite a long time. So this, I may get to this sooner rather than later. It's got an introduction by Chuck Palahniuk. I believe that's how that's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure. Kind of a boring cover, but yeah, that's pretty cool to find that. And the last one is the Mammoth Book of Cthulhu, new Lovecraftian fiction. Now, this is the reason I actually went into HMV, because I got an Instagram advert from HMV with this book in it saying, hey, look, we've got like a 2 for 7 thing on, and this book is one of them. So this is why I went into HMV. I don't usually go into HMV because I don't really buy physical media much. I mean, like in terms of like DVDs, Blu-rays, and stuff like that, I don't really buy. But this, which doesn't want to focus, has all those people in it. A few of these stories I already have in like other anthologies, but you know, nice to have like a new collection of stuff. Is this actually new? I'm not entirely sure when this came out. No, it's from 2016, so like quite old. But yeah, big Lovecraft fan, so always interested in stuff like that. And that is actually everything that I've got over the past couple weeks. Like I said, I just wanted to put it all in one video, just consolidate it, because there's no point doing a video last week with the like little bits that I got. So why not do it all in this? So this wasn't really much of a charity shop haul, but just like a haul in general. But that was everything I got. So if you enjoyed this video, please click like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.